Hey, so I just want to come in and do a little quick collective update for the energies right now with this full moon in Cancer. So right now we're in Capricorn, which is, that very grounded nature, that very earth energy. And then we've got the full moon, which is releasing, it is that shedding. So then also too, then we got the Cancer, which is that very nurture water sign. So a lot of water, earth going on here. So I wanted to see what the energy was for this full moon. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pull a tarot card and see what we have for this archetypal energy that's showing up for us here. How we can kind of work with this energy. I'm aware of it. So the archetypal energy for the collective is this Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is new beginnings, new emotional beginnings, but also too spiritually. We have this water, this cup is overflowing, this like holy grail energy here. And then we've got this crescent moon on the side here. So we've got this water, this energy is flowing, where it's about kind of flowing. But also too, aces, new beginnings, emotional beginnings. It also could be, new spiritual beginnings. It could be, the birth of a baby. It could be something new coming in, a relationship, something that is very emotionally fulfilling here. So I'm going to pull a guide we can work with this energy of the Ace of Cups here. Nourishment I'm getting too. So we've got a lot of earth and water in here. So, filling up our own cup I'm getting here too. Nourishing ourselves so that we can nourish others, so that we can pour into others' cups as well. So who are we working with here? So we've got Bath Coal and Aquamarine. So Aquamarine got that very water, energy here. Authentic voice. So my authentic voice awakens truth, clarity, and courage within myself and others. My voice supports the opening of my soul path. I trust that truth expressed with love brings spiritual benefit to all beings. The authentic messages from my soul shared with generosity and grace are recognized and received. My soul wisdom knows how to express what needs to be shared effectively for the highest good. I accept and express the uniqueness of my authentic voice and turn into what resonates deeply for me. I choose to live the truth of my soul. So it looks like here we're being asked to use our authentic voice. We have the angels coming in for support here. And if you have some aquamarine, it looks like it's going to be a good one to work with. So yeah, we've got this truth, this clarity here. We're flowing, right? It's saying here, I trust that truth expressed with love brings spiritual benefit to all beings. So yeah, we've got that emotion, the emotions of, love coming out here. Let's see what its soul lesson is. Soul lesson that's coming out here. Ooh, okay, and that one came out. So we got failure. So a soul lesson that might be popping up here is saying, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And all of our failures are perceived failures because they're for our growth. We have that water energy and that earth where we're growing. But we might be coming up with, having some beliefs around failure come up here. It might be affecting maybe our stability, our security. But also too, we've got this green energy in here, which has got the heart. So your affirmation is, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So we're learning through our growth. We're learning through our failures, to our perceived failures. So let's see what the angels have to say here. It says, my voice supports the opening of my soul path. So yeah, I feel like here there's a new beginning here. It's like using your authentic voice is going to open up some paths here, going to open up something new. Accepting and expressing your uniqueness, tuning into what resonates. Let's see what the angels have to say here for this energy. So we've got choices, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it looks like here we've got this energy here of some failure. Maybe there are some choices that have to be made. So we've got number 6 when I add those up together. So I associate number 6 to our, our connection to the divine. So I feel like here, we have this energy of the third eye. Maybe we're thinking about some of these choices, but also too, I think that we're seeing through a little bit of the illusions within some of the thoughts in the mind here. Because we've got this third eye energy. It's like, I feel like here our third eye is open, but I feel like here we might have some choices that are coming up on our path, and this could be like related to this new beginning here. Because depending on which way, you decide to go is ultimately going to bring you, to some sort of new path, new beginning here. Let's see here what else comes out. Your soul wisdom knows how to express what needs to be shared effectively and for the highest good. So yeah, we're using like choices on what needs to be shared, and when to share it really too. There is a timing for everything, and that can be a lesson in failure as well. When to share something. We might have been in the past. There was something to do with divine timing. I'm seeing here, like it wasn't in divine timing. That's why, it was an opportunity to learn from that mistake. Or that perceived mistake, I should say. But using our voice is going to awaken that truth. And I feel like here it's going to awaken a truth too in maybe a choice that we have. Because like our third eye is like seeing through some of the illusions. I feel like here we're now making those choices from love, and maybe not the fear, maybe a fear of failure here too. So it's like we're making those choices from our heart. And also too, yeah, we're making those choices that are helping us open us up to our soul path. So let me see what else is coming out here. So we got the dream. It says here, something is revealed, insight, breakthrough. Yeah, like I was saying, our third eye, I feel like here there's going to be in a choice maybe that you have to make, or a choice that you decide to make, there's going to be something revealed. Because there is this like new beginning here. So we've got this energy of like the grounding, right? Being very grounded. She's very relaxed. I feel like here being in a relaxed state is going to help bring in, this clarity for you. You also might be getting messages through your dreams. It's cool that we have the full moon here. So I feel like here, Cancer is that water energy. So I feel like a lot of things will get brought up maybe in people's dreams. But it's being very grounded and relaxed on where we are. And that's going to help bring in this communication, this clarity. And these messages, because it's like the authentic messages for my soul are shared with generosity, grace, and recognized and received. Yeah, recognized and received, like when I was talking about this failure and, maybe there was a time we spoke our truth, but it wasn't received. And it was like a perceived failure on our part. But it was like knowing when to share those messages. The divine timing to share those messages and who to share them with. So yeah, you might be getting some messages in your dream. We have this number 4, so it's like about 4s I relate to, stability, foundation. So I feel like here, like it's like in this relaxed state. You might be even in meditation too, but we have this insight, we have this breakthrough, which is too like an Ace of Cups as well. It's like this beginning, this new beginning, which could be, a breakthrough that's coming here. Let's see what else is coming out for this full moon in Cancer. So we've got communication, co-creation. So yeah, it's like co-creating with spirit here. So I feel like here there is some sort of manifestation, some emotional fulfillment here, because it's like there's a co-creation. Spirit wants to co-create with you. So you're being asked to use your voice as well in this creation. You know, that your voice supports the opening of your soul path. So you're co-creating with spirit. You're co-creating this path by using and speaking authentically. So it says, my soul wisdom knows how to express what it needs to be shared effectively and for the highest good. Yeah, so sometimes too, when we're sharing something, it's not as effective because we haven't waited for divine timing. But it looks like here, there is that divine timing here. We've got number 21, so we've got number 3, and we've got these 3 people on here. So I feel like here we've got this energy of creation, but also too we've got this energy of mind, body, soul connection, and learnings and growth. I feel like here there is some learnings and growth. We're learning how to co-create with spirit, how to co-create our path using our authentic voice, making choices that are on a soul level, making choices from love. We might have a fear of failure popping up here, but the failures just are learnings. It's just looking at it from a different perspective, that a failure is a growth, it's a learning, it's a lesson. I'm gonna see what else is popping out. Animal totem. Who is our animal totem coming up here? We've got the tiger. So it says here, I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So we've got here the mighty forces. Yeah, so we got this co-creation with spirit here. These mighty forces are coming to our aid. Choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. So yeah, maybe using your voice, speaking your truth, is your passion, and that is your power as well. So if you're watching this, it's your voice. There's something in your voice that is powerful, and you're expressing yourself. So it looks like here, I am bold and I am brave, and it says here, my authentic voice awakens truth, clarity, and courage within myself and others. So yeah, we're being brave. We've got this tiger energy, which is kind of like this royalty energy, but also too, it's kind of like that king of the jungle, where we've got this very big presence here. So we've got this being kind of like giving me that even that Leo energy, like, that solar plexus, digging into that, finding that courage, that willpower, our personal power, finding our personal power. So I'm going to see what else pops out here. I'm going to see another crystal that we can work with. You're finding your power by speaking your truth, speaking authentically, knowing when the right time to share something is, that'll be shared effectively. Tuning into what deeply resonates for your soul is going to help as well with these choices. What resonates for you? I choose to live the truth of my soul. So we're choosing. So maybe there's a choices saying here, I choose to live the truth of my soul. So yeah, we're making choices based on clarity and the courage, using our authentic voice to help. But I feel like here we've got this energy of co-creating. So, using your voice in your manifestations as well here. So I'm going to see another crystal companion that's coming out here, and it's Amazonite. So yeah, we've got that very jungle kind of energy with that Amazonite. So it's funny here that we have this tiger. And then we've got the earth energy with the water. So it says here, what is it? Amazonite is a brilliant blue-green mineral named after South America's famed river. The best Amazonite comes from Colorado. Can't speak. Who needs it? Teeth grinders. Anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde? Where to put it? Place Amazonite below your throat. Relax your jaw and ask for the courage to speak your truth. So yeah, we've got a lot of this voice coming out, this truth. So we're being asked, so it says ask for the courage to speak your truth. So call in your guides, and your allies. You have mighty forces come to your aid, but also too, it's like, ask for the courage to speak your truth. Ask them to help you speak your truth with these messages. So it's saying when to use it. When your inner child wants a real talk with you. Yeah, so I feel like too, we have this energy of Cancer, which is that very nurturing energy, that very love heart. And I feel like here we've got that energy of that inner child with that Cancer nurturing that inner child. Ask yourself what little you really want from life. Does it sound like what you currently would want if you could just let yourself want it? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen. Speak from your heart. So yeah, there's an opportunity here, I feel like, for a new beginning, using our authentic voice and speaking from our heart. There's going to bring some clarity, but also too, it's supporting the opening of your soul path and helping others as well. So sharing your authentic messages. So you might be called to speak about something, to speak about your path, to share your story. You might be called to, even there might be an opportunity here because we're co-creating. So just watch out for those opportunities. There might be an opportunity for you to speak. If it's something, using your voice, public speaking, something like that, is what you like to do, then I feel like here we've got this opportunity because we're creating this path to be able to bring in this opportunity, this new beginning, to share your messages, to share your story. So let me see what else. I'm going to pull a higher self card here. So we got a lot of water, a lot of earth. But also too, we're bringing in this fire. So it's giving me solar plexus chakra. So this is a future higher self message. And I just want to see here what our future higher self message is for us. So it says, don't dwell on what might have been on the other side of that closed door. So yeah, there might be something here with this failure. Because we've got this energy of this very red energy coming out here. So I feel like here, there might have been a failure, and there was a door that was closed. But also it's like, don't dwell on that, because it's just a perceived mistake. It's just helping you for your growth. That door was meant to be closed. So I'm going to pull out another card here and see what else is coming up for this. So we've got start being healing codes coming out this full moon. So I like here how we've got this big world here, and it's saying important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Yeah, so it's like she's got like this very relaxed look, like she's almost recharging under this full moon. So I feel like here, we've got these important information. So yeah, it says something is revealed, breakthrough, insight is coming, important information, clarity. I feel like there's some clarity coming on maybe some choices that you had. You might be afraid of failing, but the past failings were just for our growth. We're just being asked to look at it from a different perspective. Call in your guides to help you, but we're being asked to take on that courage, choosing to be unstoppable. Our failures aren't stopping us. So yeah, we've got this energy of this big huge world here. So I feel like here this is something that's kind of happening in this global activation, or this global healing, but it's got here, we've got this energy of this big being, and they're kind of just like they've got this power, but they're like I'm trying to find the word here, they're they're like kind of cradling this world here. So I feel like here there's a lot of healing codes coming in, but also to be on a lookout for some opportunity here, because there is like this new emotional beginning. So I'm just going to see here, I'm going to pull I'm just going to pull a karma card, and I just want to see this failure. Is this failure related to something that's, you know, karmic failure here? I want to see what this failure might be related to in the karma thread, what thread we're pulling at here. So embrace healing, yeah. And we've got these healing, you know, start being healing codes coming out here. It says healing isn't a journey. It is a journey, not a destination. Trust the process and know that every step brings you closer to peace. Yeah. We've got this healing. We're being asked to embrace healing. I feel like here too, it's like, yeah, emotional healing as well. With this water and this flow here, I feel like there's some emotional, but it's very, like, it's grounded. It's very grounded healing. But we're being asked to embrace that. But also to use our voice, you know, because that's awakening our truth. It's help supporting others on our soul path. Accepting ourself too. I feel like here there's a lot of self-acceptance with that, and self-love coming out here. So let me see if this is related to a past life. I just want to go into that healing here, or the past, or something in the past, and then I'm going to pull in a healing affirmation to help heal this. So let's see. Self-doubt, yeah. So I feel like here there's a that this is kind of maybe tied to this failure, is this like self-doubt. It's this feeling of inadequacy. I can't even say it. Inadequacy. I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde, but I cannot talk today. So it looks like here, you know, this is something that is karmic. It may be passed down from caregivers or parents, you know, this self-doubt. So maybe you had parents that were very critical of you, or, you know, something like that in your past, or even in past generations. You can see some of this passed down from, you know, generation to generation. So we've got this energy of like this purity here with this white. I feel like here it's like we're kind of going into this stage of like kind of clearing that slate here. And we've got number 10. So yeah, there's an ending. I feel like here, you know, opening up to your authentic voice is going to end, you know, some of this self-doubt that you have. But you're in a healing stage right now. You know, you're being asked to embrace the healing with that. So I'm going to see. I'm going to pull a healing affirmation, and these are great to work with. I would suggest working with it on this full moon. Yeah, because it's saying I accept and express the uniqueness of my authentic voice. So yeah, we've got this self-doubt here with that. Oh, see how, yeah, we got true being here. It says I am true to myself and others. So yeah, that's using like our authentic voice, being true to ourselves, right? I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. Yeah, so like there might be, you know, like in the third eye, we've got like these illusions where sometimes, you know, when we're wearing a mask, we're like fooling ourselves and fooling others. We're not being who we really are. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Yeah, so a lot of this is about truth, you know, standing in our truth, using our expression as well, I'm getting here. So I replace shame with the power of truth and love. Yeah, so it looks like here, you know, we've got this energy even on this card of like shame. So maybe, you know, you had parents that you felt shameful around, or, you know, or it could even be friends, or, you know, someone in your life, family, but this looks like it's connected to a family tie here. So these feelings of inadequacy that we have are stopping us from being our true being and sharing our messages with the world. So we're replacing shame with the power of love, so our heart and truth, so our voice. I feel like here there's going to be some clarity come in. Your messages are being, you know, your messages are authentic. We've got this very purple energy here. And I like this, like kind of how we have on this card here, it's almost like this world shape, and we've got this light shining down and it's coming from above. And then in this card too, we've got like this, you know, this world shape, and we've got this light coming kind of from above here. So I feel like here, yeah, there's like this global, I feel like this is some sort of global healing that's coming through for people with this moon here. So I just want to pull one more card and see if there's anything else here. Every step on your journey is bringing you closer to peace. So we've got the hexagon coming out here. It says laying our foundations. Number 16. So number 7s, I feel like this here is there is some sort of activation going on with that. So you got like the some sort of activation or some sort of cycle as well. But we've got this very sturdy energy, and we've got this number 4 here. Like I was saying, we've got this like relaxed recharge. It's like recharging under this full moon. I'm getting here too, recharged energy, you know, speaking from our heart. So speaking using our voice, but speaking from our heart, you know, that's our authentic voice, is speaking from our heart. So yeah, it looks like here though we're laying some foundation. So it looks like there's this healing coming in, which is, you know, laying foundations for our path. Laying foundations for our path here. Let's see, one more. And we got this energy, this very red energy coming out there. So like stability, it's giving me root chakra. There's some root chakra work here as well. One more. Let's see here. Violet flame. So it says here, purge, refine, dispensation, number 55. So there's some sort of transformation there. And I feel like too as well, there's some sort of ending with that number 10 to a new beginning. You know, the 10s and the 1s are the same. Their endings are new beginnings. So it looks like we've got, yeah, transformation. We've got maybe using the violet flame as well. That could be start being healing codes too. Because we've got this purple on this card as well. So I feel like here being guided to violet flame meditation. You can find those on YouTube, but it's transmuting. It looks like here we're kind of transmuting some of this energy. That's why we're, you know, that's why whenever we're kind of relaxed and connected to that earth, you know, we can get those messages. We're transmuting some of this, some of the collective karma. I feel like here it's like collective karma as well with this, because we got this violet flame coming in here. So it looks like we're doing some purging, but there's a transformation within that. I like how we have the angels coming out. So we've got angel on here as well, energy. So a lot of that angelic energy coming out. So I feel like here we're being asked to use that violet flame. So just to sum it up, we've got some new beginning coming in. It looks like here it's some sort of emotional beginning, spiritual, emotional beginning coming in. You know, we're being asked to represent ourselves authentically. Our voice is supporting the opening of our soul path because we're co-creating with spirit. You know, we are choosing to live our truth of the soul. You know, we've got some choices here. But also too, there might be a fear of some failure popping up this week. That I feel like we're going to be seeing the illusion too, because we're being asked, you know, to step through that. Dream time might be something very big for you coming up here with this full moon. Dream time, or just being relaxed, meditation as well. You might be getting some sort of insight, some sort of breakthrough. We've got this energy of the number 4, which is like that stability, very, you know, grounded energy. But we've got the tiger coming out here. So, you know, mighty forces come to your aid. Got the co-creation here. But we've also got the higher self messages. Don't dwell on what might have been on the side of that closed door. So yeah, there was this, maybe there was a failure and you know, something had ended. I feel like here something may have ended. that it was for your growth. Because it's closed for a reason, right? But where there's some sort of activation going on here, star being healing codes coming down, you know, wounds are healed, it's saying here, and recharging. Yeah, we're really kind of recharging under this full moon. We're embracing the healing, but we're also, there's an end to some of this self-doubt. We're being asked to be our true being. You know, replacing shame with the power of love. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. Yeah, so sometimes we're creating illusions in our mind. As well here, just like this failure is just thinking of it as a failure is an illusion, because it's all for our growth. You know, that door was closed for a reason. You're being asked to speak from your heart. You know, go out there and make it happen with your voice. But violet flame, I feel like here, you know, we're laying some foundations. There's some sort of, you know, I feel like beginning with some foundations, emotional, spiritual stability coming here. But we're being asked, you know, there's a violet flame meditation. I feel like that would be a great one to do here, because as well, I know that there's this, I've been getting world peace a lot here coming out as well. So I feel like here it's like we're being asked to kind of just transmute some of that energy back into Mother Earth, to be recycled, you know, so that we can clear that heaviness. So you know, if you feel called to the violet flame, I feel like here you could be a transmuter as well. You can find yourself like in a lot of emotions right now. I feel like too, because you may be a transmuter. You might be taking on some of those collective emotions that we have. So I feel like here though, with this full moon, there is a new beginning that's coming after this. So things might be heavy right now, but this is coming in to clear. There's something coming in to clear some of this energy, some of this karma. So I hope that resonates. You'll have to let me know, and thank you for watching.